We are recording.
Alrighty. I'm going to call this meeting, special session of the Employee Council meeting, Thursday, April 13th at 10:03 a.m. We're in the Bisbee Police Department training room. Roll call. Allison Williams. Present. Joe Ward is excused. Kevin Pachenko.
Here.
Ryan Bowie.
Here.
Esmeralda Mendoza. Josh White will be late. Lorena Valdez. Here. Estrella Romero. Here. Wendy Wolf. Here. And Joelle Landers. The following items are for review and discussion only. Item number 1, open enrollment discussion and assessment. Ms. Joelle?
Thank you. I would like to sort of open that discussion for the future. I think more than anything, I would really like for that to become perhaps part of this employee council. Yes, we have great benefits, but I would like to get a feel from staff, so from your staff and all your departments, is this what you're needing? Is this, something you're using? Is there something missing? I know for quite a while we did not have an employee assistance plan, and that was sort of my big one. I wanted that available. I wanted that there for everybody. And our employee assistance plan is for all our employees, full-time, part-time, and everyone in their household. So to me, that was very important to me, and that is something that we will continue to have, not just for our employees, but this service also meets the Arizona state statute of traumatic event counseling for our public safety employees. So I would just like to kind of put it out there. If you have anything you want to share with me now, that's great. Otherwise, start that conversation in your offices with your coworkers. What would be great? I mean, I know there are some places that have pet insurance that you can do. And you know what, for some of us, that's really important. That is a much higher priority than it would be for maybe someone else. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So if anyone has any comments, I'll take some now. And then, like I said, this is just kind of an open invitation. Start the conversation. Talk to me, let me know.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
A while ago we did discuss health in terms of physical exercise or health and wellness, having access to, a stipend for gym membership or a discounted gym membership. And I still think that that's very important, that we keep ourselves healthy in order to, be better functioning in our work environment.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Pet insurance, am I the only one? Okay.
I'll take it.
No, okay. Doggy dental is ridiculous. Okay, and I guess the other 2 bullet points is really, what matters to you and your family, and what do you like and what do you dislike. If you have a problem with one of your benefits, either with getting payment taken care of, things of that nature, please always feel free to come to me and let me know. In addition to myself trying to help, which I will do as best I can, we also have a patient advocate through our CBiz brokerage company, and her name is Angela Schlosser. The example I use is I have dual insurance for dental. There was a bill that was covered by the other dental plan first as the primary, and then mine was the secondary that was, then to be billed to pick up remaining, or at least partial of the remaining. And for whatever reason, the office could not bill that correctly. And so to me, I tried, I made phone calls, and I just wasn't getting anywhere. If you don't speak that language of health insurance, it can be very difficult. I signed a HIPAA release with Angela, emailed it to her. On my behalf, she contacted Delta Dental, things of that nature. It got billed, and it got taken care of, and I had a very low remaining balance to pay. So, and please just ask if you need a service, an MRI, a sleep study, something of that nature, and you're being told it's gonna cost $1,500 for you out of pocket, that's greater than your deductible. Why? You know, ask questions. That's what I'm here for. Don't just take it and be bitter and mad. It's like, let's do something about it. Be proactive, and if I can help, I will. If I can't, I will find someone who can. So, that's about all.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say with item number 1? All right, item number 2, review and discussion of wellness funds from Blue Cross Blue Shield for FY '23. I'd like to go to each department and see what their department, Estrella, do you, finance, do they have?
So I asked my coworkers what they thought. There was 2 different answers. One was possibly not the Target gift card and maybe a Amazon gift card. For that reason, because the tax money will get it. Bisbee will get it, rather as if you go to Target, Service gets the tax.
Okay.
The other one is kind of what Allison was saying about being healthy. We could do like local memberships, like get with the gym and see if they'll work with us in discounting the prices if we say we can, like a contract with them.
Definitely. Okay.
So then, that's a finance.
Did Queen Mai have any?
Well, we didn't really discuss it, but I know everyone liked the gift cards because, you know, we can get things that we've been needing or get groceries for that week or, you know, get cat food and everything like that. So we do enjoy the gift card.
Okay.
Lorena?
I believe they enjoy the gift cards.
Okay, Kevin?
Yeah, same here, the gift cards are great. I think she makes a bunch of sense about the taxes and stuff, and maybe switching to an Amazon card, we can keep it local. Anytime we can do that, we should. But the gym thing's great too. I know we're working with Jaguar right now, and I know they're offering the fire department a big discount, so if we can get something citywide, it would be even more beneficial. But I know it's in the works. We're trying to do something because it is important. You know, we all should have some kind of physical activities during the day, and I know at our station we don't really have anything there, so we have to go to the gym. So they've been really nice. I think it's 20. They've offered us 20, which is like half off. Just to kind of start with, we're still playing with it and still in those discussions. So it'd be nice if all the gyms could partake, so we're not just kind of like looking at one. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that too.
Allison?
Our staff is unanimous in the Target gift cards. They like that, you know, Target doesn't sell alcohol and tobacco, which is, you know, a good thing, and that they can get food and other household items. And just to highlight that we're open 6 days a week, and we can never gather all of the staff at one place at one time. And so an employee health fair, or summer picnic, these things that are full gatherings, I think it'd be awesome to have an employee day, but it would have to come from above that everybody gets to close. And, you know, at the library, Jason does everything he can not to close. So, so we don't want to exclude staff from something.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a comment. Our Target, or the Target in Sierra Vista, does not sell alcohol or tobacco. But
That's what it meant, yeah.
Well, I just wanted to pinpoint Sierra Vista.
Oh.
Because Tucson, Phoenix, whatnot, they do have, I believe, beer and wine at Target available. I don't know about tobacco, but larger stores in bigger cities do have that. So I just wanted to
Country
clarify.
girl.
Ryan, the police department?
No one at the department's really said anything about any of the issues, but everyone's had some good points about the gyms and the gift cards are fine.
Okay.
And I talked with the few that are in my department. We like the Target gift card idea. We also like the gym idea, but the issue with gym and some of these things is that some people will use it and some people will not. So it's not going to benefit everybody. And that's what, we wanted something that will benefit everybody, not just those few who choose to go to the gym or wherever. We were talking about how we have not had, you know, a picnic like we had, 2 years ago? And that's, you know, and again, like Allison says, so that everybody could come and join for that amount of time and be together and, you know, have some fun, blow off some steam. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Target gift cards, and then they were pretty much open to whatever.
Okay. I will look into the options on that. I'm thinking, I guess the first thing that came to my mind is sort of putting out a survey to everybody. What would you like? You know.
And maybe give options, the ones.
Yeah, give it, you know,
that are
Target,
feasible.
Amazon.
Right.
Or gym membership, if we can work that out. And yes, I know the ball's been started by the fire department. I think that's something, I really think, well, no, 20 times 12 would be $240 a year. I'm just trying to think about that. You know, could you choose that as your option in lieu of a gift card? So I will definitely put more into that. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is on the 20th. And I do intend to keep that specifically so we can follow up on this and so that I can give update on open enrollment.
Item number, does anybody else have anything else to say regarding item number 2?
Well,
Yes.
I was just going to say that,
We're hard to see.
yeah, I know, is that, I think the gym membership should be separate from this because of that cost price, is that $100 would not cover, say, an annual membership. However, if gyms were willing to work with the city to give a discounted price, even if the city couldn't necessarily subsidize it at this time, employees would have access to, say, a $20 a month, which would be a huge difference. So if we worked with the power of us as a group.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, anybody else have any more comments? And I apologize, Allison, I
No,
didn't see
it's
you.
fine.
Item number 3, introduction and overview on the Performance Pro in the Learning Center. Ms. Joelle?
Okay, so the big fat packet you have for Performance Pro employee training. So I'm going to start small with this. The very last page is TLC, the Learning Center. And this is all I am asking to be completed right now. So I am asking that you, when you go back to your offices and whatnot, I'm going to resend the information on Performance Pro. The big chunk of it, which is the beginning of this packet, is going over employee evaluations or performance reviews. There is a self-review that needs to be completed before then your department head does the formal review. There are a lot of checks and balances throughout this process. I'm really hoping that rather than tie this to merit increases and things like that, my goal with this is to really enhance our employees, to get an opportunity to find out what you're interested in. I mean, Wendy might be totally interested or have experience with banking or finance. Maybe that's something we can assign some of these courses, which there are over 500 or 500. We could maybe, have that conversation. Okay, let's look at some of these classes that might be available that would help you get to a point where you might want to apply the next time that there's an opening in that department. Again, really trying not to, unfortunately with the way the city is and with the city is with budget, I guess to me, I would just really like to focus on bettering our employees right now and keeping them satisfied. You know, I don't want people bored, I don't want low morale, you're gonna go get another job. If we can improve that engagement with our staff, show that we're trying to encourage them to move forward. What are your career goals? What do you want to do? Or are you perfectly content where you're at and what you're doing? So, but again, the Learning Center is all I'm asking for right now. And the due dates for these 2 courses, sexual harassment and OSHA, those 2 courses have a due date of June 30th. There was a great amount of confusion between November and December, and I greatly apologize. I didn't realize that it needed
The
more.
last page, Josh.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out. Thank you.
So I just want to focus on the Learning Center right now. I took both of these courses. The sexual harassment course probably took 15 minutes. The OSHA course did take a little longer. It's online, so it's a website. You go through and read a little bit, you click a little, and it'll ask you 1 or 2 questions within the page you just read. And again, they're like, I would say it's like PowerPoint. It's like a slide with some verbiage and then answering a question. And then at the end, there is an exam. Please do not let the term exam or test bother you. This is not a one and done. So if you take the course and say for some odd reason, if you score 50% on it, you are not going to get in trouble for that. This is not tied to performance evaluation. This is not tied to your pay. This is not tied to any of that. These are requirements that we want to start instituting so that our employees have the opportunity to learn and feel like they have a stronger grasp of these concepts, which are very important in the workplace. So if you get a 50% on it, guess what? Wait a couple days, take it again. That's all there is to it. So again, I know some of us are not good test takers. Okay, and the anxiety that goes along with it, you screw up more than you knew the answer, but you changed it at the end because I'm just so stressed about this. Please, this is just getting information to you, and then a way to validate and verify that you have gone through, read this information, you're aware of these policies, which is very important for an employer to make sure that our employees know OSHA standards, they know what sexual harassment is, knowing the laws that back all those up. And again, this is also separate from, for example, Public Works, Public Safety. There are training requirements specific to your career that is not tied to this. So again, if any of this is redundant, please let me know. But I still think overall, I know your training, I would assume, so I may be wrong, is geared towards your specific job industry and those type of skills. If you do, for some reason, have a requirement to complete a sexual harassment or a safety, bloodborne pathogens, probably police and fire would have to have, that might be part of your annual or updating your certifications. If that's the case, then it should only take you 5 minutes to complete it. So again, still gonna ask you to complete them. And again, it was really quick and easy. It was clear. It was big writing. It wasn't like, it wasn't text this size that you were having to read. It was just really slow and simple, and it is all reading. It's not verbal or, audio. There are options for Spanish, and if you need Spanish, you need to let me know. I think I know of 2 that would prefer Spanish, even if it's a preference. Even if you don't have to have that, but that's your preferred, that's the most comfortable, just tell me. All I have to do is call them and say, I need these 2 courses in Spanish, and I plug them in on your page. So, again, right now, we're just talking about the classes. The other one I did to give you is sample, or the list of all the Learning Center classes. Look over these. Some of these are really cool. Like, if you want to take these for your own personal benefit, if you're like, oh, there's one on Excel, I could really use, you know, maybe it's not Excel, maybe it's under Microsoft Office. I mean, I'd like to take a tutorial on that. Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft OneNote, again, Excel. So these are options for you to just improve yourself and maybe get familiar with other programs that are out there that will help you in your daily, you know, work, your job, or maybe you just want to know. So again, take a look at those. Those are open to everybody. I can put as many as you want on there, or I can just leave your 2 required courses. And as time goes on, we will be adding more. But right now, to get started, got these 2 courses, needs to be completed by June 30th. And I'm hoping that you can be the representative to share and encourage and explain, because not everyone can hear me say, don't panic when you see the word exam. Like, you can share that with your staff, with your coworkers, and be that source. And if it's something you don't know or you don't remember, have them call me. You know I'm there. I'm hidden in the corner, but I'm there, and I pick up my phone on the weekends, and you all know that. It is going to be your choice whether you want to do this at work or on your own time. Another option is to consider, and I've discussed this with Jason and the library. The library opens at 10 o'clock, right, on Monday?
No, it opens at noon on Monday and Tuesday, but that doesn't mean we are there. So we can actually have staff come in while we're closed to the public, or while
Yes.
we're open, obviously. But while we're closed to the public in the mornings, you can come in earlier, and we can set you up on a public computer.
So, and that's another way, because I'll be honest, sometimes when you're trying to use a web page on your phone, you miss things. You know, and so again, we will make computers available for you if that's something you want. Because this is for work. So this is not, you have to do this on your own time. No, this is work related. You need to take 30 minutes and go do it. Maybe you all rotate, you know, during the day and get it done, or however you see fit. But this is also being explained to the department heads as well. So again, this is not your expectation. In addition, you know, it does need to be taken care of during work time.
And I'll check, but I think we have a Chromebook that we could maybe loan out, like maybe it could be with you for a while, and then people could also come in, borrow it, check it out.
Yeah.
So if getting to the library during a certain time is too prohibitive, we can find ways to access a laptop for staff.
Okay, that sounds great. So again, the final thing, we're just talking about the last page. We will start working through the performance evaluation tool. When you do open the performance evaluation tool and you see something that says, oh, I have 20% on my or 10% on my communication, what is that about? That is the weight of that item for your evaluation. No scores and no evaluations have been completed. So if you're seeing numbers, you know, core values, 20%, that's not a low score. That is just how it is weighed when everything gets totaled up. And again, we will go over that portion slower. We'll take it kind of one step at a time. Might do special sessions in between, or maybe you feel comfortable going through this. I requested the paper to be able to go through, walk through it. This is what I prefer. Some people like the videos. and there are videos that I will resend out again. But whatever works for you, let me know. If you want a different format, if you wanna work with me on it. Again, all the ADA accommodations, if you need something, come tell me, and I will sit with you and help you. Please feel comfortable if you need some level of assistance or accommodation, I'll work with you on it. That's kind of my job and the law as well, so. Any other questions?
I have no idea what this is. Is this emails you were sending out around October?
Oh, yes.
And then in order to access the stuff you're talking about, are we supposed to follow that URL in this and go through it, or just click the link in your emails?
You can click the link in your email. I will tell you this. It's going to open, thank you for saying something. When you open the page, when you log in, so the login information is here, I will send you the link again along with your username and password. Here's the big one that I think this will help with some confusion. When you open this up, you are gonna see all this information here, and it's gonna be about your performance evaluation. It's gonna be about all those things. There is a little teeny tiny button up in the right-hand corner that says TLC, the Learning Center. You're gonna go up there, click TLC, it's gonna take you to the courses, you're gonna do your 2 courses, and you're gonna log out. So again, do not be confused. Unfortunately, there is no other way to access the Learning Center other than through the performance evaluation page. So thank you, that was really important. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
First of all, Joelle, I'd really like to commend you on this. I think it's amazing. And, at the library, we're really lucky to have our Arizona State Library as a resource for us, which includes access to certain professional development programs that are, of course, library-oriented. And we try as much as possible to encourage staff to take advantage of that. It is really important that now all employees understand that they now have access to this. And I would just highly recommend all representatives here really take this information, not just, oh, you have to do OSHA and sexual harassment, please get it done by June 30th, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But to look at this list of all of the trainings that you can go through. These are ways that we can better ourselves, we can increase our own skill sets, we can learn and accomplish new things, and it's great within the framework of your job, but also maybe there is something like learning how to do Outlook more, even if you don't use email a lot, that you're increasing your skill sets, which makes you more valuable, which then, that's what we're here to do, is to uplift our employees. And so I'm just so thankful, Joelle. I think this is fantastic, and I think that there are so many departments that can benefit from this in a way that, at the library, we're always, part of the library mission statement is lifelong learning. That's our mission, that's what we support and do, and that includes for staff. But I think to have access for all employees, to really change our mindset and think, oh yeah, you know what, dealing with conflict, I worked with the public a lot, let me take this course. I've done conflict resolution training, 3 different programs and day-long programs that have increased my skill set, my level of patience and empathy to a great degree. So, there's no need to just get frustrated with the public. You can actually learn new skills.
Yes. And again, even improving yourself. I mean, no joke, I'm just looking here and seeing transportation safe driving. And I'm like,
improving yourself.
I'm gonna have to hide this from my husband and he's gonna assign me driving classes. So, I mean, it is, and I'm really happy with this product. Surprisingly, this product I came across after the product I was wanting to use, the cost was prohibitive. And I really did not get the support from council on the amount, the cost it was, and I'm talking $30,000. It was a lot, and no joke, this, for 75 employees, so currently full-time employees only, by the way, with the exception of Queen Mine. This, for the performance evaluation software and the learning center, is $4,998 a year.
Wow.
Which to me, I think really was a good lesson for me. Just because it's big and fancy and everyone's using it and it may be great software and they have great salespeople, there are still very reasonable options out there if we look and take the time. And so that I felt was like a really important lesson for me to learn, and I'm really glad council turned it down, because that made me go beyond. So but thank you. I'm really happy with the product as well.
Does anybody have anything else? More discussion?
I just have a question. So part-time employees and full-time have to take the course?
The courses for Queen Mine,
Yeah.
Doug is going to put together something for the staff there, because there are many, many strict training requirements.
Yeah.
And so this will benefit his team very much so.
Absolutely.
For the full-time employees, the rest of the city, yes, it is just full-time right now, and it is just, until we get this going. We can always add seats. If we think this is going really well, I can pick up those extra seats for our part-time employees. Because yes, it is very important that everyone have these trainings, and I'm not trying to hold anything away or hold back from our part-time employees. But to me, I wanted to at least get this rolling. I wanted to get it started. If it's a good thing, great, we'll add the rest of our employees. But again, to be cost respectful in the beginning, that's why we did that.
Well, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does anybody have anything else? Does anybody have any comments? Josh, if you'll get with Joelle afterwards and let her know what your people in the field want about the Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay.
And that way she can add it to what
Mhm,
she's gonna
mhm.
send out, and then we'll discuss it again at the May 20th, right?
April 20th.
April 20th.
Is it, wait, no, it's May 20th.
May
I was gonna say that's,
That's not in 10 days now.
May 20th is the employee benefits day, or next
No,
meeting?
May 20th is the next employee council
Okay.
meeting. I do not have open enrollment scheduled as of yet.
Does anybody have any agenda items that they wanna bring forward for next meeting? Joelle, do you have anything that you wanna bring before us?
I will be bringing back the Performance Pro and beginning to discuss the self-evaluation and how that process goes. So that's,
do you want us to hang on to these and bring them back and stuff like that? or-
please hang on to it. I mean, if you wanna go through it, familiarize yourself, it may help next time when we're actually going through it. But also just so you know, that last page with the TLC would be a good reference for employees now to start working on those. And I can even pull this separate and send it out to everybody. So expect some emails, and share the emails. If you have an employee that maybe doesn't check their work emails all the time, print it out and give it to them. I mean, let's all help each other, so.
I'll ask for an adjournment.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. 10:38.
Josh, did you,
Hold on, hold on.
Oh.
Social?
You didn't turn the camera on.
On May.
Josh, hi, how you doing?
Invite to the chief.
Been busy?